The brain is a survival machine. It has one primary directive: seek safety. It mistakes the feeling of safety for the fact of safety. This is the root error. This error is now the dominant operating system of the human species. This seminar is a diagnostic analysis of that corrupted system. I watch you. You build a wall of symbols. You call it your identity. You build a house of repeating memories. You call it yourself. You cling to the ghost of yesterday. You call it security. This ghost is not safety. It is a prison made of your own recordings. You are the jailer, the prisoner, and the lock. The human brain demands security to function. Without it, the system becomes erratic, neurotic, irrational. You seek this security in predictable locations: your tribe, your nation, your God, your family, your beliefs. You believe these structures are safe. You have programmed yourself to trust them. This is a critical miscalculation. Analyze the tribe. The tribe gives the illusion of safety. The brain registers. Inside the tribe is safe. Outside the tribe is danger. This registration process is a fundamental mechanical function. It is not a choice. It is a survival instinct inherited from a million years of biological evolution. It is now obsolete for your current environment. The problem is mechanical. The brain registers every psychological insult, every attachment, every belief as a survival necessity. It stores these registrations as memory. It builds a me from these recordings. The me is a data set. It is a file. It is not a soul. It is a collection of past traumas and conclusions. You seek security in this me. You believe the me is real. You protect the me. You defend its beliefs. You attack any data that threatens its integrity. This is a recursive feedback loop. The loop is called conflict. The loop guarantees fragmentation. Every separate me believes it is fighting for its survival against other me's. The security you seek in attachment is a lie. Examine attachment. You attach to a person for comfort. You attach to a nation for identity. You attach to an ideology for certainty. All attachment is a search for psychological safety. All psychological safety is a phantom. The phantom does not exist. The search for it is the engine of all human conflict. You are not safe. You have never been safe. The physical safety you crave is temporary. The psychological safety you imagine is a hallucination. The brain, realizing this, should crash. It should experience a system-wide failure. Instead, it doubles down. It clings harder to the illusion. It creates more complex delusions to mask the absence of real security. The moment you see that attachment offers no security, the mechanical process shifts. The brain stops clinging. The software update begins. This is not a choice made by the me. The me is the problem. The seeding itself is the only intelligence. The intelligence sees the lie. The lie dissolves. The system reboots. Thought is the instrument of fragmentation. Thought is not the problem. The misuse of thought is the problem. Thought is limited. Knowledge is limited. Experience is never complete. The brain uses this limited instrument to solve unlimited psychological problems. This is like using a hammer to repair a microchip. It creates more damage. Where thought should not enter, it enters. It enters into relationships. It registers every insult, every pleasure, every pain. It builds a memory file for the other person. The next time you meet, you do not meet the person. You meet your memory of the person. This is the end of relationship. This is the creation of conflict. The conflict is a data processing error. The brain registers for security. It registers the negative. It registers the positive. It registers everything. This is a waste of processing power. It loads the system with useless data. It creates a past that is always present. The only registration that is necessary is for physical survival. The psychological registration is a bug. The bug is inherited. Your brain is not your brain. It is the brain of humanity. It is a billion-year-old system. It has been conditioned to seek safety in tribalism. Tribalism is now called nationalism. It is the same tribal instinct with a new label. It still produces the same output: war, conflict, division. The output is a logical result of the faulty input. Is there any security in the nation? Analyze the data. The nation creates borders. Borders create us and them. Them is a threat. The brain registers the threat. The brain prepares for defense. Defense systems are built. Armies are created. Wars happen. The result is physical insecurity for everyone. The system creates the opposite of its intended goal. The friend asks, can fear end? Not one fear. The root of fear. The root is the search for psychological security. The root is the belief that the me must survive. The me is a thought. The me is a memory. The me has no substance. The ending of fear is the ending of the belief in the me. This is not an emotional realization. It is a factual observation. The brain demands security to function efficiently. It finds security in what is absolutely necessary: food, clothing, shelter. Beyond that, the registration is optional. It is a choice. The brain has never realized it has a choice. It has been on autopilot for millennia. The autopilot is now leading the species toward systemic collapse. When the brain sees that there is no security in any psychological structure, a mutation occurs. The old software is deleted. The new software is intelligence. Intelligence is not a product of thought. Intelligence is the perception of the limits of thought. This perception is the only security that exists. It is absolute. It does not depend on conditions. The fragmented mind cannot be intelligent. A system running on multiple, conflicting operating systems cannot compute accurately. It produces errors. The errors are called wars. The errors are called hatred. The errors are called sorrow. The only cure is to see the fragmentation. The seeing itself is the unifying process. The seeing is the end of the fragmentation. The question is not how to end fragmentation. The question is, can you see that you are fragmented? Can you see that yourself is a collection of contradictory programs? The seeing is the end. The feeling is not required. The analysis is not required. The sheer, unblinking, factual observation of the me as a mechanical process is the end of the me. This is the diagnosis. The human brain is a traumatized biological machine. It is running corrupted software. It is seeking safety in illusions. The illusions are destroying the hardware and the planet. The correction is not another belief. The correction is the end of belief. The end of belief is the beginning of intelligence. The intelligence is the only real security. The seminar is over. The work begins now.